So it's, March 22nd, 2 days into spring. We're starting with our goblet squats and one curl, 8 repetitions, down and a curl. Just wake things up real nice, right? Oh! From here, we're going to go to half knee windmills. Remember to keep your knees wide. There was 8. All right, half knee windmill. One knee's up and open. That's the side that gets the bell. And we're sitting back on this hip. And getting a nice little stretch. Shoulder blade glides down the ribs. Hip just sits back. Glutes doing all the work. You're not really resting or leaning or pressing with this arm on the floor. That's all that hip. Oh yeah. After this, we're moving on to the single leg deadlift with a 1-arm row. 4. Whew. So yeah, shoveling and that kind of stuff aggravates your, well, at least aggravates my tendonitis. My elbow's a little tender today. So single leg deadlift, 1-arm row. Remember, I've got left foot on the floor, the right hand has the bell, right leg's up in the air. And don't forget to do the row each rep. So hinge, row up, row down, hinge back up. And we're doing this 8 times on each side. I think this one is 8. Okay. And switch. Trying to keep hips level. Shoulders and hips square. Get the belly of the kettlebell all the way up to your belly. The back leg, the free leg, straight or bent. Bent may help. I think Melissa just joined? Yeah. So we're just on the 3rd exercise, just finishing up.
Okay, cool. Just keep going and I'll catch up at some point.
We just finished the deadlift in the row. And now we're on to a get up. So 1 get up each side. Oh yeah. I feel a little stiffness there. Remember that flat leg, the straight leg on the floor should stay on the floor. If it pops up when you come up, you're using too much Abby. Roll and pry, hips and shoulders, that's how you get the big weight up. And you know how tough the get up is with these light weights. How taxing. Imagine doing it with half your body weight. All right, how about a quarter of your body weight? Okay. After the get up, we're going to grab our stability ball and even our medicine ball and do some Romanian twists, 8 per side. Okay, remember head, neck, and shoulders up on the ball, hips nice and high. And then try and get your shoulder all the way up on the ball. Take your time, don't rush. If you push too hard, you'll go right over the ball. So you got to keep both hips engaged. One's pushing you and one's stopping you from going too far. Okay, 8 of those. I think the knee tuck is next. Right? Yeah, 13 reps. So shins or toes, foot, something along those lines up on the ball. Further away the ball is from your head, the harder these get. And keep your torso nice and quiet, nice and still. No sagging backs, no droopy shoulders. Everything's tight. 13 reps. Keep the legs engaged when you're pushing back. Don't just roll the ball back, push it back. Use your thighs, use your glutes. Okay, 13. And we want to hang on to that stability ball. Maybe get the kettlebell behind our head. Try ab crushers for 13. So reverse crunch with a tricep extension. Also 13 today. Okay. So the hard part of these is keeping the ball between your heels and your butt. And very beneficial to do that. So point your toes towards the floor, dig in. As soon as your tailbone touches the floor, bring it back up. Don't let your back arch when you're doing these. And of course, keep the weight behind your head. You don't want the kettlebell over your face at the top. I've definitely lost track. I'm going to do 2 more. As I think, feels right. Whew. I think that means there's a get up next. That's what it means. Another get up. Somebody was asking me if this roll is part of the thing, one of the steps, and it is. So the hug and roll is actually step 1. Press step 2. Position the feet and hands 3. Elbow 4. Palm 5. Hips high 6. Knees 7. Maybe come up 8 and 9. This has been taught in anywhere from 7 to 14 different steps. Okay, who's next? Straight bridges. Favorite tricep exercise. So the straight bridge, reverse plank with a lift and lower. Remember to keep the pelvic tilt engaged. Try pointing your fingers either straight ahead or straight back. Might be a little bit more uncomfortable, but the stretch is better. I'm going to go fingers back on this round. Remember, shoulder blades back and down. Keep the head and neck neutral. Now, if fingers pointing straight back is excruciating, like bone on bone excruciating, not stretch excruciating, which, you know, some other weird pain that's very pinpoint, change your hand position. Fingers pointed forward, for most people, is the most uncomfortable. But fingers pointed back should be ideal, even if it is uncomfortable at the wrist right now. It helps you get your shoulders back, open up the collarbones. I'm going to do 3 more of these. Okay, where are we? Straight bridge. Ab exchange. So you can do this with your stability ball, with your med ball, with whatever you feel like using. I feel like using my stability ball today. I think I get more out of these with the big ball, but use your preference. We're going 8 back and forth. Actively lowering the legs so you don't get a clunky hip, clunky SI joint. At the top, you're trying to have tailbone and shoulder blades off the floor simultaneously for a second. So a little bit like the frog crunch in that respect. I think this is 8. And then we go to a push-up. Hands on the ball. Any ball you feel like using. We're just doing 8 repetitions. So I'm going to start on this guy. Maybe second round I'll do medicine ball. I gotta remember not to put my head like this to the camera, huh? You can see my bald spot, right? It's not really bald, it's just the hair doesn't grow there much. But it has gotten longer. Super, super thin. All right, another get up. Stay there. Where's the kettlebell? Another get up, and then the old school ab twisters. Hope you all remember those. I don't know if I've told you guys all this, but almost all of these videos are ending up on YouTube. It seems anything longer than 10 minutes loading up on WhatsApp just doesn't like to happen. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I just gave up because I can get them up to YouTube in one shot. And I'll make sure everybody has the link to that page, but and you should. All right, remember the ab twister. With the legs up, arms out to the side, palms down. Keep your shoulders glued to the floor. You're gonna lower the legs. As soon as you feel the opposite shoulder start to lift off the floor, you stop in reverse direction. And the other big thing here is you wanna really keep the low belly pulled tight. Trying to keep your tailbone off the floor is really key to this. So your toes and knees should be moving toward your head, not away from your head. They should be moving towards it. They should be moving towards your fingertips out to your side. So you're pulling real hard with the abs. Your back is in no way arched while you're doing this. You're tucked in nice and tight. I'm not sure how many I've done, but we're doing 8. And if you're keeping your abs pulled tight, you may feel some stretching going on in your lumbar SI, even on top of the glutes, the QL. Ugh. And that's good.
Oh, you have your notebook?
I think we'll call this one 8 and 8. Okay. So that makes around, wow, 15 minutes.